theory of human capital has become, I would say, the mainstream paradigm of educational development since the 60s. That was the time when the World Bank started giving credits to education. And one of the inspiring scientific paradigms to do that was the idea that education should not be considered anymore consumption good, but an investment good. And that signifies a real revolution within education policy, I would say. Because if you consider education as an investment, that means that there are positive returns to investing in education, both at the social level and at the private level. The World Bank has among their priorities, one of the most clearest one is to increase the privatization of education. And this has been, well, we have, I think, quite a number of signs that this is happening. On the one hand, I think there's reasons within the context to understand that. One is that most countries now might face different type of economic crisis. Public expenditure cannot increase so much, so there's more room for increasing private providers here. And the bank is looking positively this type of investment in education. Actually, the International Financial Corporation, which is it is within the World Bank Group institutions, is actually investing more and more and calling private providers to have opportunities to invest in education. And there is also another argument that the World Bank, I think, uses for defending the inclusion of private providers in education, which is that they use paradoxically in some way the argument of the redistribution effect. Since most middle and higher classes are attending the higher levels of education, they should pay more for themselves. So having private providers could be even more redistributive, because you could then reserve some at the higher levels of education, which are attended by these social classes, they could pay for their own education. The World Bank agenda and others' agenda in terms of linking privatization and learning is based on the idea that in private schools, children perform better. Okay, this is the idea that private schools are better. So if we have more supply of private schools, more offer, poor children even will be more likely to attend these schools, so their educational experiences will be better. And I think we don't have evidence for that. We don't have real evidence for that. What we have, there's some very different results about research that compares public and private schools' performance. In some of them, this can be true. In other contexts, this is not true, definitely. And it is sometimes methodologically very difficult, because you have really to compare apples and apples, and not apples and pears. So you have a different type of clients in every type of school.